2FM with me, Tracy Clifford. Now, I have got a fabulous band that I'm so excited to have here in Studio 8. It Won't Always Be Like This became their fastest selling debut album on vinyl by any band this century, and saw this band become the first Irish group to top the album charts with a debut in 13 years. And people talk about a difficult second album. It's called Cuts and Bruises. Inhaler, welcome to 2FM and welcome to Studio 8. How are you?
Thank you very much.
Thanks for having us in.
It's good to see you.
It's good to see you. What has changed with you guys now from It Won't Always Be Like This to Cuts and Bruises?
My hair is shorter.
Actually, it is. It's more 90s vibe as well. You had a kind of a long cut, Ryan, before.
I was in Led Zeppelin, now I'm in the 90s. Yeah. What was it? Yeah. Shorter hair, more bags under the eyes for all of us. The difficult second album lived up to its name.
Yeah, we use more moisturiser now.
But that's what you have to do, though. The sooner you start using moisturiser.
I heard this on the radio today.
You have to keep using the moisturiser. Listen, do you know what I mean? I'm only 27. Do you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
What are you laughing at, Ryan?
I never laugh.
What do you mean?
I was being, oh God, I'm just going to leave.
I'm only joking with you. Difficult second album, like, okay, it's a cliche, but you know,
no, it's true.
Is it? Why is it true?
Josh did say, I know we keep saying this, but it's one of the greatest lines ever. He said, I never want to do a second album again.
Never. Why? Are you putting pressure on yourself?
Yeah, I think it's pressure from yourself and everybody around you. And
everything.
Yeah, it's just a big pressure cooker. And it gets hot.
Are you afraid of what critics are going to say, or is it your peers, or is it your friends, or your fans even?
You just don't want to let anybody down. I think that's the main thing. And that would be, your family members, your peers, people you work with every day.
So yeah, everything, again.
Yeah. And of course your fans as well.
Yeah. It is like now, like it used to be, this used to be like fun, like a hobby for us, obviously then became our job, and now there's people who work for us and rely on this whole machine for a job, and it's like
still fun. Still fun.
Still fun.
So you do feel that pressure a little bit?
Yeah, you don't want to. You've got responsibilities anyway.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be adults now.
Can I ask you how you're feeling about it then? It's called Cuts and Bruises. There's already singles that fans and us here in 2FM have already played, and there's great songs on there. How are you feeling about it? Are you proud of it?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, we said that it was, once we finished it and mastered everything and put the album to bed, we were like, okay, feels like the album that we always wanted to make, and our fans have been telling us that they really love it. So that's the main thing, is we just want to be able to write the best song that we possibly can, or the best collection of songs, and we're really, really proud with it.
Tell me about your performance at the 3 Olympia back in 2022, which would have been December, or maybe it was the last day in event before Other Voices. A nice little homecoming.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, sometimes Dublin shows, they're kind of like the shows that we're most excited to play, but also the most nervous, because all your friends and family that you've ever known are there, and when you're away playing in, countries where they're not there every night, you can almost get away with channeling
your
that
ego gets a bit big.
Yeah, that alter ego on stage.
And you got your mates giving you the finger from like the box or whatever.
It's so true, isn't it? Like, you could perform to thousands and thousands of people, but if you know one person in the crowd, you become so self-conscious.
You can act a certain way on stage, and then you come off and your mates would be like, you never say stuff like that. You never look at anyone.
What's with that accent, man, on stage? Like, what is that?
Trust your friends to keep you grounded.
For sure.
Besides all of that and friends and family being there, you had a ball.
Absolutely.
Best time.
Probably
maybe too much of a good time, because we had Other Voices the next day, and I didn't have a voice. I wasn't able to speak.
But we missed you then. You were supposed to come down to us in the church in Dick Max. Ryan made it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming down to us.
Listen, anything for you.
I know you had a voice to protect. It's okay. Bring us back to, obviously, let's talk about the album again. It's called Cuts and Bruises. Why is it called Cuts and Bruises? Tell me.
It's a good question. We are just slowly figuring out the answer to this ourselves. I think it is just an album, I guess, inspired by being in a band, and I think we're slowly realising that we're not just a group of friends anymore. It's like we're married to each other. Yeah.
Warts and all.
Yeah, exactly. And we see each other getting ready in the morning. It takes all the sexiness out of it. So we got to keep the spice alive.
Are you basically saying, Eli, that you're sick of them?
No, well,
behave yourself.
There's days we're all sick of each other. Of course we are, and I guess that's what the record kind of is us realising that if you're in a marriage with somebody or you're on the road with somebody, you have to give a certain portion of yourself to them, and it's like we all rely on each other, and definitely has been some residual scar tissue. It's just it's an interesting one. I guess because we were around that so much, that's what we wanted to write about, and that's what this album is.
There's a beautiful song on the album called Dublin in Ecstasy, and I'm going to say, like, I've only heard the album just a little bit before chatting to you guys. I think it's my favourite track.
Really?
I
Wow.
think it's my
Thank
favourite
you.
track. And I love that obviously you're mentioning your hometown in it too. Tell me about that song, because I'm just going to be self-indulgent because I think it's fabulous.
Go on.
Oh, please.
Yeah, it's great.
Thank you.
That song is probably it's the one track on the album that's got like the most history to it, because you know we used to play that song live when we were 18 in like the Grand Social and Workman's, and for whatever reason, like our really, really early fans sort of held on to that song or gravitated towards it. We're never really certain why, but we stopped performing it for a while, and they just kept asking like, whatever happened to that song? Where is it gone? Where's it gone? And the last 3 days of recording this album, we just needed one song to tie it all together, and we've always said that this album kind of sounds more like us as a band than we've ever sounded before, and we thought the perfect way to tie it together would be to take one of the songs from our early band days. And it was funny, we played it for the first time in 4 years at the Olympia, and at the end we could just hear some fans in the front row just going, "Thank you, finally, just like
Deadly.
overjoyed
Made
to
him
hear
smile.
it.
Deadly, excellent, love it. Yeah, it's beautifully atmospheric. It's a gorgeous piece, really
Oh,
is.
thank you. But Eli has said it himself, he's like, Lord knows what the hell it's about.
I don't know.
You don't know what the title means.
I don't know. I think there's something about, I guess, like being a teenager in Dublin. It is about a relationship of some sort. So I don't know, but it's up to interpretation anyway.
Yeah.
You're playing Slane with Harry Styles in 2023. Were you at Slane in 2001, Eli, when you two played?
I believe so.
You believe
I
so?
have no memories.
So you would have been in what
Watching in the crowd, like-
back
Yeah, I
then in
was in the crowd
2001?
going crowd surfing. But,
Would you have been a baby?
yeah.
Like what,
Baba.
1 or 2 or something?
Probably 2.
Wow.
Imagine that, just a little baby crowd surfing across 80,000 people.
Yeah.
Any pictures from you being there?
No.
No.
I don't think so.
That's mad. So
I haven't seen any anyway.
let me see. You also have been touring with the Arctic Monkeys. Did they give you any advice, I suppose?
No, but you know,
But
we get to
we
tour
really-
with them again.
We get to tour with them
hopefully-
again, and also the great thing was, I think we were trying to like not be the lads who
Yeah,
peer
we-
into the dressing room after going, great gig. or-
Yeah.
How hard is
good.
how hard is it not to do that?
So hard, so hard.
When all you want is a selfie.
Oh yeah, I know, yeah. I know, oh my god, Al, how you doing, buddy?
Thank you so much for coming into Studio 8. The Difficult second album is absolutely sublime. It is called Cuts and Bruises, and you've been great. We can't wait to see you perform with Harry Styles at Slane, and we'll be shouting up with you. And being like, oh, you don't have that accent. This
Want
is
to meet
Stu-
him, Tracy?
This is 2FM. This has been Inhaler. Thank you so much.
Tracy Clifford on 2FM.